Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. Now, apologies, this isn't a gameplay video, it's not F1, it's not TFT. This is a talking head video, so we're just going to talk to the camera, do a bit of a Huzzy update, kind of talk about how things are, how things have gone the past few months. Because what I realised, a friend of mine actually pointed it out. Basically, she was on this channel, apparently, the other night, or maybe what was actually earlier today of me recording this, and she was like, she just randomly was looking at a vlog that I did 7 months ago, and the change is insane. And I was like, oh snap. And what made me realise was I don't think, and I've actually got my channel up here, the second channel, I don't think I've done a talking head video like this since then, 7 months ago. Obviously, a lot has happened, and yeah, we would have spoke about it a lot in the TFT content that we've made, and there are bits and pieces here or there. But I just thought, just chill, you know, let's just talk for about 15 minutes roughly. How's it going? Obviously, there's a lot of craziness going on in the world right now. And maybe it is a time just to kind of go, how's it going? So I will just point out one thing, is the vlog that I did 7 months ago and now there is a bit of a difference when it comes to the look. So randomly, if you're a person that, you know, you watch only my talking head videos, that you watched that vlog 7 months ago and you're watching this one, yeah, a difference has happened, roughly a 50-pound in weight difference, which is pretty cool. And you know, it's sometimes hard, and what I will say when it comes to weight loss, it's sometimes hard to think that you've done it, if that makes sense. It's hard to explain. Like, you can get on a scale and you're like, hey, I dropped a pound or whatever, and hey, I dropped 50 pounds in 6 months. And because it's kind of like a gradual thing, it's very hard to actually see differences. But certain things do help a lot. One of them is if you go down a clothes size. So I now wear mediums. I actually think this is not a medium. I think this is actually a large, so it's a bit too big. But clothes sizes are good, especially trousers. I can wear 32 waist trousers. 7 months ago in that old vlog, I would have been wearing 40-inch waist trousers. But another thing that helps, not just clothes, is seeing your old self, as weird as that may sound. And yeah, even just 7 months ago, when I was definitely not my heaviest at all, there's quite a big difference. And obviously the difference is only in a certain area that you can see in videos. Like, it's literally from shoulders up. So that is just one part of me that you obviously can see, but a lot has changed. Legs, stomach especially has gone down a lot, and everything is, you know, it's toning, it's getting more muscular, so that is a pretty good feeling. Like, I am doing updates quite regularly on my social media. Earlier today I actually told my Twitch, and I may as well, you know, tell you guys here. You'll have it on the main channel as well tomorrow. If I'm going to try and upload this video tonight. I'm going to record it and then make it and upload it, possibly, or I'll schedule it for maybe tomorrow as the midday video at least. I'm launching a thing called hashtag Huzzy's Active Challenge. So the idea of it is I want to try and remain active as possible with all that's going on, and we're all kind of stuck at home. I don't want my 6 months of weight loss to go, you know, in the bin, and I, like, you know, go off the rails and start eating a lot again and don't exercise. I want to keep active, keep the focus. Obviously the diet has definitely lessened. It was always going to be, because I actually finished with the weight loss. But keep active, and I want you guys to get involved. And I will say the challenge is mainly for me, is to keep me kind of on it and, like, make sure I'm still doing what I'm, you know, keep me kind of accountable for keep doing it, which is good. It's discipline at this stage. So I'll put on the screen now 2 of my most recent exercises just to show you what I'll be kind of doing if you don't follow me on social media. But the idea of it will be every now and then, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, I'll be posting one of these exercises that I'm doing. Obviously the most recent one, when I'll be filming it, I'll be posting this on one of my social media platforms. So I won't, like, what I've been doing at the moment is I've been posting all the exercises. Okay, I'll post it all to this one exercise everywhere: Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, everywhere. I'm not going to do that. I'm basically going to go, right, this one I'm going to post on Instagram, right, this one I'm going to post on Twitter each different day with the hashtag Huzzy's Active Challenge. And the idea is I want people to respond to me to, like, you know, what did they do today to keep active. And obviously I'm quite fortunate that I built kind of a home gym, a pretty good one. Well, not a good one, but it's got equipment that a lot of people may not have. Like, I've got a squat rack, deadlift bar, kettlebell. I've got 3 pieces of cardio equipment, so a treadmill, a bike, and like an actual exercise bike. I've also got another bike if I actually want to get out of the house. And also, I've got a rowing machine. I've obviously got dumbbells. So I've got quite a lot of stuff. My trainer is actually right now working on me to do he's working on an online plan that I'll be following as as best as I can. But I have told him, I'm exercising every day. It's not crazy amount of exercise. Sometimes I'd say I do a full session 3 days a week, but I'm actually exercising every day just to help me clear my head. Like today, I did 5 kilogram dumbbell, and I have no idea what the exercise is called, but you get the dumbbells and you go out, and just to get your shoulder, I think on the outside here, activated. I did 4 sets of 15 of that. Just a little something. But I'm doing something every day, which I think is really good for the mental. So there's that, and I would recommend you guys to get involved. And what I am going to say is when I see people getting involved and they're replying all the time, I may just throw, some riot points or a skin or whatever to that person, a league partner chroma, just as a well done for staying active type thing. Because I want people to. I'm trying to spread positivity with all this going on. That's why, again, on my Instagram and Twitter, we have Animal Crossing giveaways for the game on Nintendo Switch. We've got a Riot Point. Well, not a Riot Point giveaway. We've got the 2,500 Riot Point bundle for the latest loot. That giveaway is happening on the main channel in the loot video. We've obviously got the Mordekaiser codes that are coming out soon. So giveaways aren't the answer to stuff, obviously, but it's a little bit of a positive. For that person that wins, I'm sure it'll give them a big smile, and right now that's really cool. So that's awesome. Other things, so that's kind of the health stuff. Oh, and another thing health-wise, I watched the vlog that my friend was on about, and I'm kind of trying to pattern it out similar to that, but we started with health. With health, how is my actual throwing up issues? So if you're relatively new to the channel or whatever, you've come for the F1 content and you're like, oh, Huzz is a second channel. You may not know, I had a lot of health issues that I used to throw up daily for about 6 to 8 years. It wasn't good. Basically, I have something called GERD, and it never got diagnosed. And I don't know if I had malpractice with doctors or something, because I did go to the doctors a lot in the first few years of doing it, and no doctor would take it seriously, and it was really disheartening. So basically, how did I let it go on for 6 to 8 years? I gave up on doctors, in essence. So I went maybe the first couple years to try and get it fixed. No one really cared. No one took it seriously. So because doctors didn't take it seriously, I stopped going to the doctors, because I was like, well, they're not going to help. So I just kind of lived with it, and that got me really, really down. And I think that obviously aided to me putting on a lot of weight, was I was feeling down, so I ate as a comfort eating thing. And it was a thing of when you throw up as soon as you start the day, do you really want to go exercise? You're completely out of the mood to go do it when you start the day, literally doing that. So that sucked. But what fixed it, and it does suck, I had to pay. So we have the NHS in Britain, and it's great. I'm not trying to BM the NHS. Most countries are lucky to have free healthcare, obviously. But the problem with the NHS is it can get overloaded, and that's why maybe doctors don't take some things really seriously, because mine wasn't, I guess, life-threatening, or they didn't think it was, at least, and it turned out it wasn't. But I went to private health. I paid for private health literally in a 15-minute consultation with a throat and stomach specialist. He was like, I think you've got GERD. It's this acid overproduction thing. Let's get you in for a camera down the throat and they'll confirm it. And lo and behold, having that 15-minute consultation, he wrote a letter. It made me kind of, it sounds bad, but jump the queue to get a camera down my throat in a couple of weeks. They did that. I was awake during it. Camera goes down, and voila. They found the problem, was confirmed GERD. I've been on medication ever since, and I no longer throw up. So when all the weight loss has happened, a lot of people are, oh, how did you do it? I do think that contributes to it, that my mental was in such a better place that I wasn't throwing up every day. Therefore, it allowed me to get to a place that I wanted to lose weight. So I do think that was a contributing factor. But that's all the weight stuff. Hopefully you guys like that update. Secondly, obviously, since this last one, the last talking head video to this talking head video, the car arrived. I'm sure you've probably seen content if you do watch this channel. We did obviously a video of the car. We also have done car vlogs in the car. It's great. Obviously, I can't really drive it anymore with everything going on. We will, by the way, talk about what's going on later in the video, but let's just say I'm not the designated family member that's leaving the house, so I'm not driving my car right now. So I've already had several warnings on my phone going, your starter battery to your car is on 75%. Please go drive your car for half an hour to recharge it, or plug it into a car charger. So it's like, obviously it's not the end of the world, but you never want to let a battery go completely flat. So when it gets to like 25%, 30%, I'm sure I'll like hook it up to a car charger, or get my dad's car and like do the jump cables just to charge it a bit, because you don't want a battery to go dead, because batteries don't recover well when they actually die, like zero charge. Same with phones and laptops and everything. Do not let them go to 0%. They do not like it. But the car's amazing. Like, I love it. I did have a couple problems with it though. So I did have a rattle. We fixed that finally. And it was actually a headache to get it fixed. Mercedes kind of didn't believe me there was a rattle, pretty much, and we kind of then really insisted they take the door panel off, and they didn't find anything when they took the door panel off, but when they refitted it, suddenly the noise disappeared. So it's like just the door panel wasn't fitted correctly. But the only thing with the new car is it's very fast. Comparing to what I'm used to, obviously we had the old BMW, and that was a lovely car, but it wasn't very fast. It looked fast, but it was a 218i. You know, I think it did 0 to 62 miles an hour, so a 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 8.8 seconds. Which, I guess, compared to an average car, that's quite fast. But as a car enthusiast, etc., my new car does 6 seconds. 6 to 6.1 seconds. So it's a lot faster. And it's got, like, a lot more torque. Like, I think it's nearly 100, maybe even more than 100 torque than the BMW. So basically, it's like, if I'm going on, like, I'm on the motorway or something, and I'm going, let's say I'm 60 miles an hour. In the BMW, if I wanted to accelerate to 70, you'd put your foot on the accelerator and you'd be like, okay, you want to go to 70, sure. The new car is like, okay, we're here. Like, the moment you kind of tap, it's like, yep, we're there now. So you do have to be careful with it, obviously, but I do like it. I like it a lot. And my plan, obviously, this year, 2020, we did the New Year's video on the main channel, and I was like, I'm going to do stuff. We're going to go to events. I'm going to move out. I'm going to... Then something happened, obviously. So that sucks. But obviously, so many people's plans are kind of stopped this year, and there are way bigger plans than what I had that have been stopped. You know, a content creator, I know Gripex's wedding has been called off and stuff like that. So me complaining that I just can't go to events isn't the biggest thing in the world. And yeah, moving out would have been nice, but I'm actually happy I didn't move out yet, because imagine if I moved out, I would have been alone. Because obviously you're not supposed to go into different households right now, and if I moved out, I technically would have been in my own household, so I would have been alone. So now that I'm still at my family house, I obviously do have my family, so that's the benefit of not moving out yet. But yeah, and what I will say, now we'll go and, I guess, talk... Oh, well, fine. We'll talk about content, and then we'll talk about what's going on, because I do want to talk about it, because I like these talking head videos, because, trust me, I've watched my vlog talking head videos from 3 or 4 years ago down the line, and I kind of was like, oh, that was going on in my life back then. Sometimes you forget. So I am going to talk about what's going on in the world in this video to remind myself, when I watch this video in 3 or 4 years' time, what happened. Because I'm sure a lot of us are going to try and blank out what happened in probably like a year or two, what's happening right now. So YouTube and content. So content right now, it's no surprise. It's going fantastic in some ways. So I am so happy that I can be there for a lot of people, and I'm getting wonderful messages, comments every day, honestly. And it's made me a bit emotional here or there, of people going, I am so bored, but you're the consistency content creator that is uploading 2 videos a day every day without fail. And obviously this channel, I'm trying my best, but this is the secondary channel. We even have a tournament upcoming, Twitch Rivals, for $75,000. So when that tournament is done, by the way, this content on this channel will come back, like gaming content. I'm just too busy with everything going on for this channel all the time. But yeah, F1 and stuff will definitely continue. I'm loving doing that. But as I was saying, content is good when it comes to viewership. This month, I wouldn't even be surprised, might be a near record in views of all time. Which, you know, sounds amazing, and it's cool, and I love the fact that I'm helping people, you know, just get their day done in a way. Like, we're all waiting for this to be over. But again, that doesn't mean that everything's amazing. So yeah, revenue is down, which I don't care if I'm honest. But yeah, my views at the moment are up. I think the statistics on the main channel is like up like 18%. And this has only been in effect for what, a week or two. So I imagine views are just going to keep going up. But my revenue is already down 14%. Even though my views are up 18, revenue's down. So I'm completely fine with it. It's not a complaint because yeah, I'll be fine regardless. We've got the YouTube channel and we have the Twitch channel, so I don't mind at all. But you know, in this period, if you want to take it as a positive in any way, if some people are watching content more and they are like searching for more League content and they come across my channel in this time and then they become a long-term viewer, amazing. Like, that's fantastic. That is a positive from this situation. But yeah, so it's going good. You know, Twitch views, we're hitting over 500 viewers every stream. If I go on my email, I should have been emailed. Maybe I haven't been now. At the end of every stream, you're supposed to get sent a summary of like your stream stats, like what was your maximum viewers of the day, how many people were in chat, how many unique people, like individuals, actually entered your stream today. Haven't been sent that today yet, so that's a bit unfortunate. But you know, the other day we're on 800 viewers, and everybody's views are up. Like Vixie right now, an incredibly good friend of mine, she's got 550 viewers right now. Like we're all, that's cool, and we're all really happy that we can be there for like you guys in the end of the day. But obviously it is worth saying we have to be careful as ourselves that we don't get burnt out. The other day I didn't have a great day. Maybe a bit of effects of getting a bit burnt out. A lot of pressure is on me right now. I will say that, for make sure the content is continuously flowing. You've got Twitch rivals coming where thousands of people are going to watch you lane against people like Wicked and X Worlds Pro. So I'm okay, but like every now and then you just got to be a bit careful, and that's why I said earlier, exercising daily. It is really helping me just kind of like, if I've got any tension, lift a heavy thing. You know, that is kind of like what I'm doing right now, as weird as it may sound. So that's good. So that's that. Again, content's going well. Channels are growing, both of them quite fast. But it's not like, you know, YouTubers. What I don't want people to like think is, oh, Huzz must be loving this situation. He must be making so much money because of the views. No, like revenue's down, and I'm also completely fine with it. Like it's good. I wouldn't want to try and benefit financially from this situation, if that makes sense, and that's why also I'm giving away a lot of stuff. I'm giving away 2 copies of again Animal Crossing and all that. That's coming out of my pocket, because I'm legit just trying to distract people and help people and stuff. So yeah. And then finally, let's talk about what's happening in the world for future, mainly, and I will say this is mainly for me, who is watching this probably in 3 or 4 years time. So we've got the virus, we'll just call it that, the outbreak at the moment, named after a certain beer, or that's its nickname technically. And right now, me recording this, we are on, I think, at the end of week 1, kind of lockdown here in the UK, where most things are closed, gyms are closed, everything's closed. Some takeouts are still open, but big chains are closed. McDonald's isn't open, Starbucks, Costa, KFC, Burger King, none of them are open. Supermarkets, again, I'm just kind of giving a rundown of what's happening because I'm sure I'll forget about this in the future. Supermarkets, there are currently hour queue times to get into places like Tesco, that you literally have to queue outside with a 2-meter gap between the person in front of you and behind you, and only a certain amount of people are allowed in stores. And once you're in the stores, some of the shelves are empty, there's no toilet paper, there's no meat. So things are kind of weird, and I think that's the best way to describe it. It's weird, it's surreal. I'm not leaving the house, I will say. I said this earlier, I'm not the designated family member. So what the government and stuff has said is you can go out, but generally limit when you're going out for like 100% essential things. You can also go out for once a day exercise, for a walk or a run or a cycle. I've not done that yet. I'm going in the garden more than anything else, and then also in the home gym in the garage. But I'm basically getting the updates from my family. My mum and dad are the two that are going. My sister's going out a bit as well. But I just want to play it safe, so I really don't want to get ill, so I can continue making content for people. Like the way that it sounds, I know I don't want to come across big-headed here, but if I get ill, and let's say I'm out of commission for a week, I'm in bed for a week with it, then I can't make content for thousands of people to distract them for a week. So I'm being very careful. I don't want to get ill because of that. Like, I'm sure I'd be fine getting ill. Like, I've actually potentially had a friend that's had it. So, and he's fine. So, yeah, he was basically in bed for a week, like, just not dying. That would be the wrong expression. But yeah, he was very ill for a week, but he got over it, and he's actually going back to work in about 4 or 5 days from now. So yeah, like, it's a weird situation. It's surreal. But the stores apparently are getting better. There's more things on the shelves than there used to be. A lot of people were panic buying and building a little bit of a stash of food. And we've done that. Again, I can't pretend we've done that as a family. I think everybody has, because it's like, oh God, because we weren't initially panic buying or buying in bulk at all. But then you're always in the back of your mind thinking, well, if they're all panic buying, when we actually need to get food, we may have, like, there may be none to get. So then you buy stuff too. And it's like a roll on effect. But I think now that people have kind of built up their stash a little bit, you don't have to buy more stuff. So I think that's why the stores are calming down, from what I can kind of tell. But yeah, it's a very weird situation. It's estimated the peak here in the UK of the spread will be in about 2 weeks from now. And if that is the case, then I'm guessing the lockdown will remain for another month, maybe month and a half, because if it stays in your system for roughly 2 weeks, if everybody stays in for a month and a half, well, then it, in theory, hasn't really got anywhere else to spread. China is already in recovery now. They're starting to open stuff. Restaurants are back open and stuff, but they've also blocked off, like, no one's allowed to fly into China, which is probably quite clever. Kind of wish they did that, the opposite way, like at the beginning. Like, no one should be able to fly out of China when this was going on at the beginning, but again, the world will learn, and that's the thing. The world will learn from this, and historically, if you are someone that looks into history, every roughly 100 years, something like this happens. It's kind of weird like that, but yeah, it's pretty accurate, roughly every 100 years. So hopefully from now, there won't be another one like this in 100. This is worse than the other ones that have happened in the last 10, 20 years, so yeah, but we'll be fine. Again, I did that little bit like a news little update. Again, more for me when I'm watching this down the line, because there's a lot of stuff that you'll forget. And I'm sure me watching this will be like, oh, snap, it was like that. There was nothing on the shelves. There was blah, So it's just the way of things, really. But hopefully things will be back to normal relatively soon. And the funny thing is, and to take a kind of positive note from it, some people's lives have been drastically affected. Some of my family members, my sister is now working from home. My mum also, their lives have been changed. They're home 24/7. They like being out of the house. Sure, they like being at home, but they're busy people. They like doing things. I'm used to this. My life hasn't really changed. The only thing that's mainly changed is I can't go to the gym, which I actually thoroughly enjoy doing now. And also I can't go see my friends, and I really want to do that more. So those are the two main things that I have been personally... Oh, and I can't obviously go get like a coffee. I used to go get a coffee like every day, and obviously I can't do that. So my life has hardly been impacted compared to the vast majority of people. But this is the YouTuber life. Is I'm at home all the day, I'm in my room all the day, working, recording, streaming, editing. So my life has not really been affected, and that's, I guess, a positive for me. And to many of you, I'm guessing, yeah, it's an overall negative. But maybe you can play that single player game that you never got to play because you've been too busy. Maybe you can play it now. Again, some recommendations, especially if you've got a PlayStation 4, Detroit Become Human. I do think it might also be on PC, or it's coming on PC. Detroit Become Human, incredibly engaging story game. You'll love it. The new Spider-Man, the new God of War. I've got them up there. Those are like the big... those three are probably the biggest that I recommend on PS4 at least. But yeah, that is going to be the update. Actually went longer than I thought, but obviously that's what we do here at Huzzy Games. I talk too much. But yeah, so in the next couple of days, I'm going to continue making content. League is a little bit of an iffy place, but it is getting better. I'm playing really well right now, so that's good. Especially with Rivals happening on Tuesday. I'm recording this video on Saturday. But yeah, things are good. So they're good considering what's going on. So yeah, I'm going to now edit this video and get it up on the second channel. Hopefully you're all doing well. Feel free, by the way, to give an update for your future self in the comments. Or if you want to send me a message, feel free to do that as well. Whatever floats your boat, really. You know, that's the second channel vibe. But that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, throw a like on the video. Again, likes on videos, especially for the main channel, I will say, greatly appreciated. That is, like, if anything you can do for me, obviously watch the content, obviously, but throw a like on the video. Again, takes a second, does more than you think, and it's awesome. So yeah, that's it. Like, subscribe, comment down below. See you guys next time. Peace.